All right, so we are back. About to take on the class trial. So basically, what happened was little baby Chihiro was trying to get stronger, and she got murdered. So we need to figure out who did it. We're about to do the class trial. We did our investigation. A few things I put together. Seems like Byakuga was trying to lead us in a certain direction, which I'm a little suspicious about. Toko seems a little suspicious as well. Now, when we were in, she was killed in the girls' locker room, or she was found in the girls' locker room. But I have reason to believe from other people's accounts that she was murdered in the boys' locker room, and then things were moved to the other room to make it seem like she was killed in there. She was also bound up like most of the killings were done also in the files that Byakuga had found and showed us. So there's a lot going on right now. But the investigation is now over, so we're about to go take a look. We're all ready. Ah, so is everyone ready to, or what? Am I blind or are we missing someone?
Yo.
Yeah, Toka's not here. And Toka is... You really don't remember? I'm kidding. How could I forget that little nut job? She's a crucial part of the class trial this time.
What are you gonna do?
Okie dokie, I'll go ahead and drag her here, kicking and screaming. Just one moment, please. And just like that, a few minutes later, he reappeared, dragging Toka behind her. I told him I didn't want to, but he forced me. I can't believe you drag a girl around. Terrible, you're terrible. Huh, so now everyone's here, right? Okay then, hustle to the elevator and let's get the show on the road. I'll see you guys down there.
Let's go.
Okay, so we get this going. It's time to figure out who killed Chihiro. So maybe he wants it to seem like somebody else killed her. But I don't know for sure. Someone made the choice to kill a girl like that. And the murderer is one of us. Someone's standing right here. I don't care to talk to anybody right now. Yes. Maybe I should have talked to her. I gave a small nod and reply. Kirigiri, let's do this. With one last deep breath, I walked towards the elevator on shaky legs. With each step forward, I could feel my heart starting to race faster and faster. As soon as everyone was on, the elevator began to descend. I couldn't get a handle on my emotions, couldn't stop speculating. So it's either Toko, Byakuga. Those are the only two. But maybe Mr. No. The only people who knew about it were Toka and Byakuga. Those are the only two people. Nobody else would want to do it. Nobody else would have the motive, at least, to do it. We'll see. As it went deeper, the uneasiness in my heart grew bigger and bigger. Of course, it's not Kirigiri. The elevator was unaffected, however, and continued to descend without hesitation, until finally... Came to a sudden stop. What do you think? I redecorated it. Isn't it so fresh? Isn't it so exciting? Don't waste your time with stupid questions. Let's get this over with. Good. You're rip-raring to go. Gotta say, I don't hate it. Not at all.
Well,
Okay then, let's get the show on the road. Everyone, please find your assigned seats. And so, the curtain opened up once again. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal. A deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly fate, a deadly class trial. I mean, I have these, so I might as well just use them. Even if I don't even know what they do. melodious voice. That's all I got, so perfect. What do I have in my handbook? I don't know anything. All rise, let's do this.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes
Case
will
number 2,
determine
let's
the
go.
results.
Let me change my my stream information. Oops a daisy. Alright. Let's begin with the basic explanation of the class trial, so your vote will determine the results.
If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate.
I think Mokuma's voice is, like, not bad at all.
Okay, then. So, first off...
And I love Makoto's voice, too. He's definitely someone I know. Or someone that I've heard before.
Let's talk about the murder weapon!
First, we have to make clear what was used to deliver the fatal blow. Make your argument.
Chihiro's fatal injury. It appears it was a head wound.
According to the Monokuma file, the killer used a blunt instrument. But what kind of blunt instrument could it have been? I bet it was an iron pipe. Interesting. That certainly would make for a powerful weapon. Why Chihiro?
Okay. Wait, can I, like, slow down time? I forgot. Oh, yeah, I can.
It appears it was a head wound.
God, I don't like her voice at all, though. She sounds like a witch.
The killer used a blunt instrument. But what kind of blunt instrument could it have been? I bet it was an iron pipe. No, that's wrong.
No, that's wrong! Counter!
Can we agree that the object that dealt the fatal blow was the dumbbell found at the scene of the crime?
Yeah, he's got a good voice actor.
It was covered in blood, and there was nothing else at the scene that could have caused that kind of injury.
But why would they leave that there? I don't know.
And the wound on the victim's head is consistent with the shape of the dumbbell.
Kirigiri coming through.
As far as I'm concerned, there's no mistake and no room for doubt on this one. You looked at her head?
Yes! That's so creepy!
She don't care.
If you don't mind, I will proceed from here. Let's move on to discussion of the culprit. Although, I believe the criminal behind this heinous act is already quite clear.
What? For real?
Chihiro's killer is the fiendish serial killer, Genocide Jack.
Tagani is, he's leading us in a certain way, and I don't like it, but... A new element has been added to the non-subject page. Would you like to hear more? Lines of white noise will appear to disrupt your actions. Your truth bullets will disappear if they hit these lines, so think of them as obstacles in your debate. But there's a way to keep this white noise from getting in your way. Press the right mouse button to attach the silencer, which should shoot down the white noise. However, if you shoot the actual mark with your silencer instead of the white noise, the time will decrease. Okay. Well, then, good luck and have fun. So I'm guessing it's going to have to be the first one. Why could I not click on
The
that?
culprit is Genocide Jack. I'm sure. Case closed, as far as I'm concerned.
But that's impossible.
Why? What makes it impossible?
Well, I mean, come on. There's just no proof for it.
No, it's wrong.
No, that's wrong.
I might know one reason he could be involved.
What?
I found this file while I was looking around the archive in the library. I guess it's some kind of confidential file the police put together about the Genocide Jack case.
What? That's kind of weird as shit, isn't it? What was something like that doing in the library?
The why of it is probably more trouble than it's worth. So let's forget about that for now. More importantly, it outlines all the specifics of every Genocide Jack case in exceeding detail. According to the file, there appear to be two defining characteristics in every Genocide Jack case. The first is that a bloody message is found written at the scene of every murder.
Oh, that's right. Boob lust.
I hate this guy.
No. It's actually bloodlust.
But it wasn't the scene of the crime, though. This is important.
But more important is the other characteristic, and it's something that has never been made public.
Never made public? What the hell is it?
Why don't you tell them, Makoto?
This guy is leading us.
I got it!
I got it!
Apparently, in every Genocide Jack case, the killer suspends the body in a certain way. Other than the killer, the only people who know about this are the higher-ups in the police department.
However, Chihiro was most definitely suspended in the same way. So, how did the culprit know about this when only high-level police officials were aware of it?
Huh.
There's only one logical answer I can think of. It's because the culprit in this case is the real Genocide Jack.
No fucking way.
You're saying Genocide Jack is one of us?
I like her voice actor
Yes.
too.
In fact, it's Toko.
See, he's pointing the blame on her so quick. Like, maybe he, like, convinced her to do it, though.
What?
Genocide Jack's true identity is Toko Fukawa.
Dude, I don't know.
What? Hey, okay, wait, hold on a sec.
Yeah, hold on a second.
Toko has, like, bloodophobia or whatever, remember? What kind of serial killer is afraid of blood?
Is Toko Genocide Jack? The answer is yes and no.
Another riddle. Man, why is this gotta be so complicated?
Yeah, why is it gotta be so complicated? It does seem like a riddle in a way, but I feel like I can just about see it. She's got split personalities. Hangman's Gambit. They cannot make it so easily. What is this? Wait, S I C Schizo? Schizophrenic? Why would, I thought that was slang.
Now I understand.
Oh, that's, yeah.
Is it because Genocide Jack has a split personality?
Huh.
Huh?
I think I read that somewhere in the file, too. They thought that the suspect might have, what did they call it? Dissociative identity disorder.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Oh, okay. But still, go and say that about Miss Fukawa is...
Perfectly acceptable.
This guy is just too gung-ho.
Toko's strange behavior after seeing the body is proof enough that she has a split personality.
There's something different. There's something weird. I got it! But
You're talking
I
about
just
how
don't
she
know.
started acting totally different than usual.
We're so gung-ho
right?
about this, but there's... He would get away with it if we... He would get away with it.
That's right.
And
Think
for him to
back.
help is
She
just...
fainted when she saw Chihiro's corpse, and
He
then,
totally
when
acted
she
different
woke
from
up,
when he was acting like this before. Or acting like towards us before. And he wanted me to help him on his whatever, his investigation. Huh. Think back, she fainted when she saw Chihiro's corpse, and then she woke up. He could even have convinced her that she actually did do it. Huh. But she wouldn't have access to the boys' locker room. But he knew about everything. And he was the only one who knew about the books. Leon's book did not work because he gave it to what's her name to get in. Chihiro to get into there. Then he killed her. Then he moved everything to the girls' locker room by using her book. That's what I'm going with right now. Whoa, is that a dead body? Hey, are you dead? She must have hit her head real hard. The world has a front and a back, top heading. See, if she... Yeah. But she knows that she is Genocide Jack. Like, she actually is.
She was acting funny, that's for sure. That melancholy tone of hers completely disappeared.
Don't go assigning adjectives to my tone without permission.
Not to mention, once she regained consciousness and saw Chihiro's body again, she was utterly calm.
This is just too... But maybe she did do it. But he just... I don't know. We'll see.
In other words, within her is one personality that can handle blood, and one that obviously can't.
Because he's like, ow, let's get this out of the way, blah, blah, blah. Like, that is totally suspicious to me.
So when Toko trapped herself in her room, it's because she was scared of Genocide Jack?
I won't let Genocide Jack have control. That does seem very suspicious and very incriminating. I'll drive out the killer. Drive out the murderous fiend.
The reason she locked herself in her room wasn't to keep other people from getting in. It was to keep her other personality from getting out.
What?
That makes sense.
Toko was afraid of the murderous fiend inside of her, of killing even more people.
How? Yeah. How can you know all this?
I do believe you misunderstood her. What she's trying to say isn't, how can you know all this? No. What she wants to know is, how could you tell them?
Dude. Oh my god. But he completely hated her before.
Huh?
Last night, just before Monokuma gave his motive speech, Toko and I had a strange conversation. She told me a most interesting story.
A most interesting story. Like, shut up.
She said a murderous fiend lived within her, and she was afraid it could appear and attack at any
But-
time.
Dude, he did it. He fucking did it. I guarantee it.
And that trepidation is what's caused her to have such a bleak attitude.
But he
Isn't
told
that
us to
right, Toko?
continue the investigation by ourselves. hoping that we wouldn't find anything else and we were just some dumb idiot. Like, no, boy, you got caught and we're about to put you down.
This is all a lie. Right, Toko?
It's not a lie. She definitely is.
You said you wouldn't tell anyone. What? You promised. I can't believe you lied.
You have only yourself to blame. You came to me with your tragic little story. I didn't ask you to.
I didn't ask you to. Like, dude,
This
you're an
is
ass.
the real world, not some romantic fantasy fairy tale. Besides, you broke your promise first. You said that as long as you were here, no matter what, you wouldn't let Genocide Jack kill anyone. But in spite of that promise,
But where is her bag? That is total. And her key card is missing. Her bag, her key card is missing. That has to do with something. This is not all cut and dry. Like, the extension cord was from the library that only he would have known about because the archive. It was in the archive room and he didn't let anybody go in there. I'm putting it all together. This motherfucker framed her, or is trying to. Alright, I got it. Oh my goodness. That makes so much sense.
You said if I kept my promise, you would go out with me.
Wow, what an ass. Dude, he deserves. He's gonna get executed.
That's the only reason I promised.
how many times do I have to tell you? I never said that. But you weren't able to do it. You just couldn't resist that rush you got from killing, could you?
I tried. I swear I tried to control it.
But your efforts were useless. What a disappointment.
No, it's not. It will never be this cut and dry. I guarantee you.
I hate you.
Well, the opening act is nearly finished. All that's left is to hear from the person in question directly.
And he's such an ass. Like, there's no way.
Person, you don't need.
Taka's body suddenly lunged backwards. A huge thud echoed across the courtroom. But in the next second,
Well, hello there. Is it me you're
Genocide
hoping to
Jill.
see?
see? And they threw us off that direction as well. Well, hello there. Is it me you're hoping to see?
What the heck? So you figured it out, huh? Well, whatever. What are you gonna do? I'm the ultimate murderous fiend, Genocide Jack! Or better yet, let's go with Genocide Jill!
What in the heck?
What the fuck is this? Toko, what happened to you?
Not Toko, that's a loser name, and what happened is a textbook split personality.
I like it better
What
now, to be
happens
honest.
to be a serial killer? You should turn a blind eye to one's faults.
I love this.
So intense.
Like they say, sound in murderous mind, sound in murderous body.
This one is so different from the one we've come to know.
This one's so different from the one we've come to know.
Like, you sound like a complete smoker.
Yes, well, the world is composed of a front and a back, you know. Just like how every inning has a top and a bottom, or how in the depths of every
She does
truth
give me
lives
some
a
baseball
little
after
light. Behind every dark and gloomy soul lives another that shines as bright as the sun!
This is the murderous fiend Genocide Jack. This is beyond insane.
Miss Jack, Jill, can I ask you a question?
What's up?
Some of us think you might be the mastermind behind our entire situation. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I'll tell you, I am the mastermind of all masterminds!
No, she's not. I can guarantee it. He has something that he's gonna bring out. I guarantee it. Because he said that he did have something that was going to make this person burn, and it was a he. And the reason why he didn't give us any information is because this would come out now.
Just kidding.
Okay. Then it's not true?
Of course it's not true. How dare you try to link me to that creepazoid? And another thing, the police and government and society in the outside world are totally powerless. I mean, they just let this idiotic, bloodthirsty maniac go buck wild all over town.
Sure, I'm a bloodthirsty maniac, but life is pain, right? To live is to hurt other people.
Kinda.
It's a necessary evil if you want to survive. The act of living itself causes pain for everyone.
She is not wrong. This is getting deep.
Just kidding again.
No, you're not.
This should be enough to convince you. This murderous fiend is responsible for Chihiro's death.
I
There's
just don't
clearly a
believe
motive,
you.
so there should be no doubt.
A motive?
A motive.
Remember what Monokuma told us? If someone didn't murder and graduate within 24 hours, an embarrassing memory or secret would be revealed. Well, let's assume that Toko's secret was about Genocide Jack.
But let's not.
If a secret like that came to light, Toko's life would have undoubtedly been forever ruined. So she had a very clear motive to never have
This
that
is
side of
totally his
herself
plan,
exposed.
dude. He thinks he's such a smart guy. But guess what? I'm smarter than you. And I'm lucky. So that's where you went wrong.
Interesting. Very, very, very interesting.
But sorry, as much as I hate to admit it, I'm not the culprit.
See? Do it. Let's go! Alright. Let's put this guy behind bars.
But I cannot imagine anyone other than you could murder someone in such a bizarre fashion.
Such a bizarre fashion.
Maybe so, but nevertheless, it's the truth.
Do you really expect any of us to believe you?
Do you really expect any of us to believe you? We need some chocolates.
Yeah. I could never believe a word you say, you monster.
Maybe. Maybe she's totally right about that, but something's still bothering me. What she said. I need to get some more details about all of this. Bing, bang, bang, bling, 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 bling. Maybe it disappeared in Spain.
Sorry, but I didn't kill anyone.
You say that, but do you really expect any of us to believe
Oh, shit.
it?
Perhaps if you had an alibi, that would change things.
That's what I want to do.
Alibi, huh? Now I'm talking.
When you compare your past murders to this incident, the modus operandi matches completely. What more
What the heck?
proof do we need?
What the heck? I don't mean this.
Give it up. You killed her.
Sorry, but I didn't kill anyone.
You say that, but do you really expect any of us to believe it?
Perhaps if you had an alibi, that would change things.
Oh, an alibi, huh? Now I'm talking.
When you compare your past murders to this incident, the modus operandi matches completely. What more proof do we need?
Or was that? Okay.
Give it up. You killed her.
Mr. Byakuga. And see, he wouldn't even talk to her
Sorry, but I
before.
didn't kill anyone.
Shit.
You say that, but do you really expect any of us to believe it?
Perhaps if you had an alibi, that would change things.
Oh, an alibi, huh? Now I'm talking.
When you compare your past murders to this incident, the modus operandi matches completely.
No, it's wrong.
That's wrong!
Are the methods of murder really exactly the same? I'm not so sure about that.
Tell him, Makoto.
I think there's a slight difference between the Genocide Jack cases and this one.
Huh? How's it any different?
Uh-oh, you don't know? Well then, human garbage, let me tell you!
I kind of like this girl now, just because she's a psychomaniac.
I murder with passion and conviction.
Wait, have they all been guys? I didn't even notice that.
I consider myself a professional, and I have a very particular way of doing things. Imagine you go to a fancy Italian restaurant. They're very picky about the noodles, the sauce, everything. But what happened to Chihiro? It'd be like if that same Italian restaurant started using ragu or Chef Boyardee.
You know, I was just talking about this earlier. I was like, dude, this is totally some spaghetti sauce. Like, I got some Applebee's. It was actually Applebee's. I got some marinara from Applebee's with the cheese sticks. And I'm like, this is totally from a freaking jar right now. Like, this is some Chef Boyardee shit. Like, who wants this?
This is no creation of
Anyway.
mine.
Let me rephrase that in a way that maybe makes more sense. There are two clear differences between the Genocide Jack cases and this one. I got it!
I got it!
For one,
Brain
the cause of
blast!
death is different.
The cause of death is different.
In the Genocide Jack murders, all the victims were killed the same way.
Multiple stab wounds, multiple stab wounds.
According to the case file, they were all apparently killed with a pair of scissors. But Chihiro died from a blow to the head, right?
Ah, yes. That is remarkably different from the other murders.
He's like Peter Griffin mixed with a chipmunk or something.
Wouldn't it be strange for someone who kills the same way without fail to suddenly change their method? And there's more. One more conflicting detail.
That's right. In my recipe of murder, if the bloody message is the tortellini, then the arrangement of the body would be the pesto sauce.
Could you please stop comparing killing people to cooking?
This murder is from the Olive Garden.
So, are you saying the other difference has to do with how the body was arranged?
And if you like the Olive Garden, I got news for you.
I got it!
Got it!
Do you
Brain
remember
blast.
what the killer used to suspend her?
An electrical cord.
They used some kind of rope to hang her up by her wrists.
What is your point?
Well, in all the previous Genocide Jack cases, something else was used to suspend them.
Dude, he totally led us to him being the murderer. I'm glad he's gone, like, this guy.
Specifically, pairs of razor-sharp scissors.
And guess what? I used my own specially designed scissors for the murders and the arrangement. Like I said, I'm a professional, so naturally I'm very picky about the tools I use. And you know what else?
I like her. She's a good
Big
character.
Mac said there's two differences, but he's wrong.
Big Mac.
Big Mac? Are you referring to me?
Big Mac. But. Big Mac.
Listen up, Big Mac. There's actually one more difference.
Huh?
Huh?
My word, you really didn't notice? Take a look at who the victims were in each Genocide Jack case. There's a pattern there, just waiting to be discovered.
Pattern.
Figure that out, and it'll be plain as death why I couldn't have possibly killed that little lolly girl.
She was a girl!
I got it! Is it because Chihiro was a girl?
Bingo, bullseye, right on the money!
She only kills guys. Dude, she was gonna kill, what's his name,
In all the Genocide Jack cases, all the victims had something in common.
This guy is so stupid. Soji. I knew it. Komasiensu. Takafuma. Ucha. Takashi. Like, I would have known these are actually boy or girl names. Like, I wouldn't technically be able to know, but yeah.
They were all guys?
That's right! The people I killed with such passion and conviction are all adorable little men! I can't believe I said it! I'm so embarrassed!
Oh my god.
The hell is wrong with you?
Help it! I'm just a full-throttle boy-on-boy fangirl, and the movie side of me just hates it.
I'm slightly aroused. Just kidding.
Now I'm on the fast track to becoming a
I'm
full-blood
not.
fan madam!
So since Chihiro was a girl and not an adorable little man, you wouldn't kill her?
Would an Italian chef suddenly start making ramen just because they're both noodles? Don't be stupid. I have too much passion and conviction to cross that line. That's the absolute reality of the one and only.
We get it. You've clearly explained your hobby and your philosophy. But that's not all there is to it. It's a different matter entirely, when you're forced to kill in order to survive.
Quiet, lolly car!
Lowly, cur.
I would never kill for a reason as petty as mere survival. And if by some fluke I did kill to survive, why would I bother with the message and arrangement? It'd make me the obvious suspect.
This is true. This is true.
Does make some amount of sense. Plus, whatever
I like her
reason I have
Russian
for killing,
accent.
I would never leave out my prized scissors. Who would go out of their way to use a big, stupid, heavy dumbbell?
Maybe you used the dumbbell because you couldn't find any scissors in the school.
Any scissors? I don't just use any scissors. I only use my own set of high-class, envy of the entire world scissors.
Okay, whatever. There still aren't any in the school.
Are you sure about that? Da-da-da-da!
All right.
She's fully equipped. That's right, so I can kill anywhere, anytime. Why would I resort to dumbbells or rope when I have my trusty scissors by my side? Go ahead, tell me I'm wrong, you can't can you gutter dogs, all of you. Not to mention, I have no clue how to tie a good knot. So rope's totally out of the question anyway.
I have no idea what's going on anymore. Could such a heinous villain really be innocent? But
Yeah.
the body really was suspended, right?
Yes,
And
dude.
nobody but the police knew about that.
Yeah. That's why we figured it had to be the real deal and not some copycat killer or whatever.
Actually, hold on. There is one person. One person who could have copied the Genocide Jack cases. Byakuga Togami!
Here's my answer. Yakuya, it's possible you could have found out, isn't it? You'd have no problem gaining access to classified government documents or internal police records. Plus, you've already looked through the Genocide Jack file before this all happened, hadn't you?
Are you saying Mr. Togami did it?
Not
Then
saying
the reason
anything.
I pushed the theory of Genocide Jack being the killer so hard was because he wanted to pin the crime on her.
Oh, he rearranged the scene to disguise it and make it look like I put my stamp on it. The adorable glasses man was behind it all. Oh, I'm on fire!
Well, Byakuya, what's your response?
I see. So now the suspicion falls on me.
I like his, demeanor, though, so I'm gonna be sad.
Then I must ask, When would you say I began acting suspicious? Surely you must have an answer.
Looking back and thinking about it, the way you were acting right before we discovered the body was a little strange.
Does he want to be caught? Suspicious? Let's start with the girls' locker room.
You wanted to go to the girls' locker room right away, right? But since you're a guy,
I should have naturally thought of the boys' locker room first. Is that what you want to say?
Boy, you aren't smart. I will outsmart you.
The victim was Chihiro, a girl. Hence why I said we should check the girls' locker room.
Nothing strange about that, I'd say.
on the contrary, there's something very strange.
Okay then, what's so strange about it? Go ahead, share with the rest of the class.
Oh, don't try to be all high and mighty. I guess, because I don't want to. That's what I'm going to call a truth type pick. If you aim at a weak spot and hold down the left mouse button, then you'll memorize the weak spot. This memorized phrase can only be shot once with a single truth bullet. If you shoot or change the truth bullet, it will disappear from your truth cylinder. However, you can use this flashlight feature as many times as you want. If you don't seem to have the answer to a lie or a contradiction in your loaded truth bullets, it might be wise to memorize the truth. Okay. So I just gotta look for what he says.
So, you said Byakuya was acting kind of weird before we found the body. But he was acting weird... how?
If you're presented with the opportunity to check out the
I want
girls'
that
locker room,
You absolutely take it. That's a natural reaction for any guy.
The
Shut up, Peter.
victim was Chihiro, who was a girl. So, of course, I would suggest we check the girls' locker room first. There was no time for pointless distractions. What's so strange about that?
you wish you'd taken me with you.
So, you said Byakuya was acting kind of
Why is
weird
there
before we
pictures
found
in
the
my
body. But he was acting weird...
Because he didn't know.
If you're presented with the
Oh
opportunity
yes,
to
he
check
didn't
out
know
the
it was her
girls'
who
locker
died.
room,
You
How would you
absolutely
know?
take it. That's a natural reaction for any guy.
The victim was Chihiro, who was a girl. So, of course, I would suggest we check the girls' locker room first. There was no time for pointless distractions. What's so strange about that?
you wish you'd taken me with you.
Shut up, you perv.
So, you said Byakuya was acting kind of weird before we found the body. But he was acting weird... how?
If you're presented with the opportunity to check
Can I
out
shoot
the
that?
girls' locker room,
You absolutely take it. That's a natural reaction for any guy.
The victim was Chihiro, who was a girl.
Shoot!
Wait, how do I do this? No, fast forward.
So,
Fast forward, left control key.
but he was acting...
if you're presented with the opportunity to check out
That's a natural reaction for any guy.
The victim was Chihiro, who was a girl. So, of course, I would suggest we check the girl.
there was no time. What's so strange? You wish you'd taken me with you.
So, you said Byakuya was acting kind of weird before we found the body.
What the heck?
Shoot!
So, you said Byakuya was acting kind of weird before we found... But he was acting...
If you're presented with the opportunity to
That's a natural...
the victim was, so of course I would say there was no time for what's so strange. You wish you'd taken me with you.
So, you said Byakuya was acting kind of... But he was acting weird...
If you're presented with the opportunity to check out the girls' locker,
That's a natural...
the victim was, so of course I was. There was no time for what's so strange. You wish you'd taken me with you.
Actually, I might have to select hers
So,
first.
you said Byakuya was acting unweird before we found the body.
But he was acting when Peter presented with the opportunity to check out the girl's lab.
That's a natural reaction for any guy. The victim was Chihiro.
There we go.
No, it's wrong.
No, that's wrong. How would you know before we found the body?
I'll tell you what's so strange about that. Because up until we actually discovered the body, we couldn't have known who the victim was. So your claim that you went to the girls' locker room first because Chihiro was the victim doesn't hold up.
I see.
Got him.
That's a good answer, I must admit. Interesting. Very interesting indeed. But your reasoning is still too weak.
Huh?
But it's still too weak.
What's
Oh,
wrong?
is it?
Is that it? Surely you've got... What's the matter? You're not finished already, are you? There must be more to it.
There is.
But there is more to it. Think about it. We just talked about the differences between this case and past Genocide Jack incidents. The proof you're looking
Get him,
for
Kirigiri.
is hidden in there.
Oh? Proof that I'm the culprit, you mean?
Well, let's keep going. Disappearing sting, I'm gonna say.
What? The difference between the cases? You want me to explain it again? When I want to kill, I use my very own special scissors. And I use those same scissors to arrange the body.
But Chihiro was suspended with. It was some kind of rope. Was it not?
That's right. It absolutely was.
Then there must be something very fishy indeed about that rope.
Hey, Byakuya, where'd you get it from, huh?
I've never seen that rope before in my life. Obviously, somebody
God
else
dang it.
must have had it hidden away somewhere.
Me.
What? The difference? But you want me to explain when I want to kill, and I use those same scissors.
But Chihiro was some kind of.
That's right.
Then there must be something very...
Hey, Byakuya, where'd you get it from, huh?
I've never seen that rope before in my life. Obviously,
God
somebody else
dang
must
it.
have had it hidden away somewhere.
What? The difference? You want me to explain when I want to kill, and I use those same scissors.
But Chihiro was some kind of.
That's right.
Then there must be something...
Hey, Byakuya, where'd you get it from, huh?
I'd never seen that rope before in my life.
No! Okay, I got it.
No, it's wrong.
That's wrong! We're from the library desk way.
Actually, I'm pretty sure you have seen it before. Because, you see, that rope, or should I say, that extension cord?
What? An extension cord?
Byakuya, you've used the extension cord in the library more than once, haven't you?
Got
And
him.
the same extension cord that
I
was
knew
in
it.
the library all this time went missing after the murder. And there's no way someone who uses that extension cord as much as you do wouldn't discover that fact.
And Byakuya must be the one who took the extension cord. I can't imagine any other possibility.
That's really what you think? Then your conclusion is something like this? I killed Chihiro in the girls' locker room, then hung her up and wrote that bloody message. I intentionally made it look like Genocide Jack was behind it. Is that about right?
No.
What's wrong? I asked you if you think that's what happened.
Hell yes, that's what happened. So that's it, right? Byakuya's the killer.
I don't disagree with not disagreeing.
He kept calling this a game, right? So he'd be totally willing to do something like this to win.
Sorry, but could we hold on just a second? I think we need to talk about this a little more.
Huh? Do we really need to? We've already decided who did it.
I know, but still, there's something that's still bothering me.
Is that right? And what, pray tell, is still bothering
Pray
you?
tell.
I killed her in the girls' locker room, then disguised my crime. Specifically, I dressed it up to make it look like it was the work of a homicidal psychopath. What about all that bothers you?
The scene of the crime.
I got it! You say you killed Chihiro in the girls' locker room, right? But are you sure about that? Isn't it possible that the murder took place somewhere else?
How disappointing. What kind of question is that? Even in the world of disappointments, this is a true letdown. She was found dead in the girls' locker room. There is absolutely no question about that. How could the scene of the crime have been anywhere else?
Well, I think it's entirely possible that she was killed somewhere else, then carried there later, along with the rest of the murder scene.
The rest of the murder scene?
Gotcha.
That was awfully specific. Please tell me you have a reason for saying all of that.
Oh, now you're a little
I
scared,
believe
huh?
I do.
Hey, Byakuya, did I just take you off guard? And sort of suddenly move to the crime scene. Byakuya has been all so confident up until now. Maybe Byakuya never realized that the actual scene of the crime could have been somewhere else. Never even realized.
Hey, don't just move on without permission. What do you mean she was killed somewhere else?
Come on, Makoto. If there's any chance the murder took place somewhere else, let's see the
Is it
proof.
not him then?
I got it!
Got it!
The proof that she was killed somewhere else is the poster that's hanging in each locker room.
Your proof is some posters?
The poster in the girls' locker room was a picture of a big boobed supermodel. But don't you think that's kind of strange? Why would the girls' locker room have a poster like that?
I bet those massive jugs of hers were totally fake!
Meanwhile, the boys' locker room had a poster of the super popular boy band Tornado. Again, that doesn't really seem to belong in a boys' locker room.
So you're saying that maybe the posters were switched?
And there's one other thing I noticed about the locker rooms. You know what I'm talking about, right, Sakura?
You're referring to my protein coffee, aren't you?
Protein coffee?
While I was in the girls' locker room earlier,
While I was in the
I
girls'
spilled
locker
some
room
protein
earlier,
coffee on the
I
carpet.
spilled some protein coffee on the carpet.
But I noticed that after the murder, the stain had been totally scrubbed away.
No, it's not that the stain was scrubbed away. It was moved.
I got it!
Got it!
The stain on the girls' locker room carpet wasn't scrubbed away. In fact, I found it on the boys' locker room carpet.
That's definitely the stain from my protein coffee.
Then, does that mean that the carpets were switched too? But why would anyone do that?
To move the murder scene from one locker room to the other. It's certainly plausible, don't you think?
Interesting. What?
In other words, in order to completely swap the scene of the crime, the blood-stained poster and carpet were moved along with the dead body. By doing this, the killer was able to change the entire room where the murder took place.
I can certainly follow your reasoning, but why would the culprit bother doing that?
Yeah.
Huh?
Why would they go through all that trouble of switching the scene of the crime?
It better not be her.
Actually, an even bigger question. If the murder did take place in the boys' locker room, then how did Chihiro get in the boys' locker room in the first place? Oh, to get into the locker rooms, you have to swipe your e-handbook across the cardboard
Dude, it better not
device.
be her. But there's no way. She avoids all girls.
Chihiro's handbook should have only allowed her access to the girls' locker room. She had no way to get into the boys' locker room to begin with.
No, she did have a way, and I can tell you what it was.
I highly doubt that.
Shut up! I'm telling you, I know how she could have done it.
Kira really got into the boys' locker room somehow? Broken handbook.
Is it really possible?
Yeah.
Could Chihiro really have gotten into the boys' locker room somehow?
Fuck.
I got it! She must have hacked her e-handbook.
No.
She was the ultimate programmer, after all. I'm sure that would have been no problem for her. No, I don't think that's it. She used the thing that was in the main hall.
Huh? What thing?
I'm talking about Leon's handbook, of course. If she had that, she could get into the boys' locker room no problem.
Is it really possible? Could Chihiro really have gotten into the boys' locker room somehow?
I got it! She must have hacked her, or she was the ultimate programmer. I'm sure that would have... No, I don't... She used the thing that was... Huh? What? I'm talking about Leon's handbook, of course.
No. God dang it.
If she had that, she could get into the boys' locker room no problem.
Is it really possible? Could Chihiro really
She must have hacked. She was the ultimate. I'm sure that would have been... No, I don't think that... She used the thing that was in the main hall.
Huh? What thing?
I'm talking about Leon's handbook, of course.
No, it's wrong.
What's wrong? How did he know? Dude, was it him?
No, I don't think Chihiro used Leon's handbook.
Why not?
Because Leon's handbook was broken.
Oh. Well, then, yeah, I guess that'd be pretty impossible, huh?
But how would he know?
I am struck silent by how quickly you gave up.
Plus, isn't there a regulation against using someone else's handbook?
Actually, the rule states that loaning your handbook is prohibited. It says nothing about borrowing one.
Huh.
In other words, you could borrow a dead person's handbook all you want.
There was
and
nothing that gave any clues to it being anybody besides Byakuya or Genocide Jill, so if it's him, well, one, I want him gone, but still.
Yup. Hit the nail square on the noggin.
Of course, if it were broken, that wouldn't make any sense anyway.
So, she must have hacked hers, like I said. She used her ultimate programmer skills and...
That's not it, sir.
You can't fix an e-handbook. The instant you open one up, a security buzzer starts blaring.
So, if she didn't use Leon's handbook, and she didn't modify her own handbook,
Maybe Mr. Naegi's initial assumption is just wrong?
It seems like there's no way she could have got into the boys' locker room. So I guess so.
Wait,
Okay then, I vote for Byakuya.
is that it then? Chihiro was killed in the girls' locker room, Byakuya was the one who did it, really? But still, I don't know what else I can
Hold
do.
on a second.
Here we go. Kirigiri coming
I
through.
agree with you, though. I think you're on the right track.
What the? You finally decide to open your mouth and that's what you've got to say? There's no way she could get in the boys' locker room, right? So,
Why are you so sure she couldn't get in? There's still one other way she could have gained access.
what?
What are you talking about? What other way is there?
Well, to explain that, why don't we take a little break from the trial? I'd like you all to come see something.
Wait. Just what do you think you're doing?
Wow.
Don't worry. This'll make the whole trial more exciting. I'm sure that thought must please...
Huh? It'll make things more exciting? Well, all right then. I declare an official class trial recess.
For real?
Now then, what is it you want to show us? It better not be boring or I'll be very unhappy.
Oh, I have no doubt it'll meet your lofty expectations. So, shall we go?
The girls' locker room? We've already searched this place top to bottom. What are you trying to pull, Missy?
I'd like you to examine the victim's body one more time.
You want to check it again?
Be sure to examine the entire body very carefully. Take your time.
Examine her carefully? Like
This guy.
using our hands? No way, no way, no way, no way, no way!
It's probably best if I don't run my hands all over a girl's dead body.
It's not that I'm creeped out or anything. It's just based on religious grounds, you know?
Very well. I'll do it.
But you're a girl. You shouldn't have to touch a dead body. Just let one of the boys do it.
No, it's okay. I think Chihiro would rather have a girl examine her.
Why she looks like such an
So
old
just
woman?
leave this to me.
Sakura.
Sakura, you're so
What
brave.
is this? Some kind of secret girl-on-girl action? Is that what you two are about?
That's not it at all. Stop screwing around.
Okay, here I go. I'm sorry, Chihiro. Please excuse the intrusion.
Be sure to
She's very
check her
humble.
entire body, and I believe we will solve this particular mystery.
Her entire body? I know you say that, but... What? This is... What is this...
Oh God, what could it be?
What is it? Not possible. It's not possible. This girl is...
A boy? She's a boy.
Is what?
is a boy.
Ah, I see. So she was actually a he. Interesting. Thank you for confirming this fact.
What?
Oh my
You're
God.
joking,
I would have
right?
never. I would have never guessed that.
I wouldn't joke about this.
Ben, it's really true? Chihiro was a guy?
Oh, what? You guys didn't know? Heck, I knew that right off the bat. Chihiro Fujisaki was totally a guy.
Then he was a cross-dresser? Oh, I'm really on fire! I wish I had killed him!
So that's what Kyoko wanted to show everyone, huh? Interesting.
Wow.
Yes, that certainly does make things much more exciting.
But so, did the killer not know?
Now let's ride this wave of excitement back to the courtroom and get back to the trial.
Holy crap. That changes everything.
Apology. We've all just learned of the shocking revelation that Chihiro was actually a boy. Let's pick up from there.
Yes, well, I don't know his reason for hiding it, but the fact is, Chihiro was not a girl, but a boy.
Wow.
And because the victim was male, he would have had no problem gaining access to the boys' locker room.
Which makes sense why he never wanted to go work out with them, because he couldn't get in.
Assuming his handbook did, in fact, list his gender as male, then yes, that would be true.
Of course his handbook said he was a boy. He dressed like a girl, but he was a boy through and through.
So then, There should be no issue with Makoto's initial assertion. The victim was killed in the boys' locker room, and was then later moved to the girls' locker room. And the killer could have easily used Sayaka or Junko's handbook to get into the girls' locker room.
So Chihiro really was killed in the boys' locker room?
I still don't understand the motive for moving the body, but yes, that does seem plausible.
Well, I must admit, I did find it rather odd. I knew he felt a little off. There was a certain incongruity to his female body.
This is the most titillating situation!
What?
So
who
now
was it then?
everything has been connected. All the mysteries have finally become clear.
Okay, well, connected or clear or whatever.
Interesting.
We still think you're the killer, remember?
Very interesting. This has become very interesting indeed.
Ah, he's off in his own little world.
What about you, Makoto? After everything we've learned, do you still think Byakuya's the killer?
Well, without a doubt, Byakuya is the one that made Chihiro's death look like Genocide Jack did it.
So he was trying to protect somebody else then?
But I think he might not actually be the killer after all.
What? But aren't you the one who accused him in the first place?
I'm intrigued.
He just seems to be too easygoing about all this. Like he's enjoying us solving the mystery. The way he's acting, it makes it seem like it doesn't have anything to do with him.
And you think that might be because it doesn't have anything to do with him?
Plus, the evidence he left behind was a little too, how can I put it, overt. He consciously chose to use the extension cord, knowing it could connect him to the murder. At least, that's how I see it.
But this doesn't make sense.
And Byakuya, when you found out the murder took place in the boys' locker room, it seemed to rattle you. And then again, when you found out Chihiro was actually a guy. If you really were the killer, that stuff wouldn't have had any effect on you.
So that's your thinking, huh? Well, it bothers me that you don't have more concrete reasons, but it's fine. I guess I'll mark it as correct for the time being.
Mark it as correct?
He's right. I am not the culprit.
Oh my god. Then there's no way I would have gotten this.
I just happened to come across the corpse in the girls' locker room and decided to alter it.
But why?
Are you fucking with us right now?
No, I am not effing with you right now. I'm telling you the truth.
Well, I find it very hard to believe.
Go ahead. Find it very hard to believe. You're free to be executed along with the rest of us.
But then why would you do that?
If you're really telling the truth, then why? Why do you do that to his body?
My reasons hardly matter right now. Uncovering the culprit
Yes, it does
is much
matter.
more important, wouldn't you say? Now then, if it wasn't me, who was it?
Maybe he was trying to, like, test me.
Well, I don't think I can say for sure without talking about it a little more.
You're seriously gonna keep going? We're all good, aren't we? I thought it was clear. Byakuya
It must be
did
this guy. Which
No,
I'm okay with.
I'm with Makoto. If there's any doubt whatsoever, we need to explore every possibility. Because if we're wrong, we all die here.
That's true. Very well then. I'm with you too.
Damn straight. Count me in.
Do you not have a mind of your own?
Of course I do. What am I, an ant or something?
Anyway, let's discuss this all as a group one more time. We still have time to make our decision.
That's very true.
Our lives are all on the line.
Excellent. Then shall we resume our game of hide and seek?
The killer is a guy. It was a guy. So it was him. Celeste's account.
Isn't there a single clue that might lead us to who did it?
Clues are one thing, but did nobody get a look at the killer?
I'm sure if someone saw the killer, they would have said something by now.
Perhaps someone saw the victim at some point. Even that might be enough for now.
Yeah. All we need right now is any kind of new info.
It's over. It's all over.
You want to know who saw the killer?
And only the killer.
Damn it! I
It's
didn't
not
want
like
to do
they're
that.
just gonna turn themselves in.
It came over, man!
No! Not game over!
Isn't there a single clue that might lead us to who did it?
Clues are one. Did nobody get a look at the killer?
I'm sure if someone saw the killer, they would have said something by now.
Perhaps someone saw the victim at some point. Even that might.
Yeah. All we need right now is any kind of new info.
What the heck?
It's over. It's all over.
Alright, I'm gonna try this one.
You want to know who saw the victim? The killer. And only the killer.
No!
And it's not like they're just gonna turn themselves in.
And came over, man!
No! Not game over!
Isn't there a single clue that might lead us to who did it?
Clues are one thing, but did nobody get a look at the killer?
I'm sure if someone saw the killer, they would have said something by now.
Perhaps someone saw the victim at some point. Even that might be enough for now.
Yeah. All we need right now is any kind of new info.
It's over. It's all over. You want to know who saw the victim? The killer. And only the killer.
That's wrong!
No, that's wrong.
I believe someone else did see the victim before he was murdered. What do you think, Celeste?
Now that you mention it, yes. I did see him.
Huh? Really?
Oh, but I suppose only Makoto knows about this. The rest of you had no idea, did you? That is why you're all making such ugly noises.
Whatever! Just hurry up and tell us!
It was last night, right before nighttime. I saw Chihiro in the dormitory warehouse. I saw him stuffing a track jacket into a duffel bag. And then, I assume, he headed off to exercise.
Track jacket and a duffel bag? But we didn't find anything like that at the murder scene.
It seems likely that the culprit destroyed them to get rid of any evidence.
And that is when he said something that struck me as rather odd.
I'm kind of in a hurry.
Chihiro told me he was in a hurry. But why would he be in a hurry? Only if someone were waiting for him, I should think.
So, Mr. Fujisaki was on his way to meet with someone, and then they were going to work out together?
But Hina and I had invited him to exercise with us plenty of times, and he always declined.
Probably because he was afraid you'd find out the secret he was hiding, right?
Which means that conversely, he must have trusted whoever he was meeting with very much.
Please don't be that guy.
Enough so that he was willing to risk his secret being revealed.
Oh, the marvelous friendship!
No.
The point is, whoever he met up with is the culprit, right? So we just gotta figure out who it was.
But knowing what we know, I can't even guess.
No. You already have what you need to make the connection.
Somebody's account.
You know who the killer is.
Seriously? Who is it? Who's the killer?
Mondo? It could be him.
Think back to the track jacket and duffel bag the killer disposed of. Focus on the details of these items, and it should become obvious who was waiting for him.
The track jacket. And the duffel bag. Track jacket.
Are you sure about that? You really think we can figure out who did it based on 2 pieces of evidence that we don't have?
What? You want to track down some fingerprints or something?
Even if we have the equipment, we wouldn't know how to use it.
As was noted, the evidence is already gone. There's nothing to get fingerprints from.
Maybe, but we can make certain inferences if we just take the time to talk it out.
My name is Celestia Lundenberg. Oh, uh-oh. Hello, welcome. I don't think it's Celeste for this one.
Easy for you to say, but fine.
But Celeste is probably one of my favorite
Did
characters
you
for
notice
sure.
anything special about the bag or jacket? The bag was just a
Definitely
normal
welcome,
duffel
welcome.
bag from the warehouse.
I was just saying how much I love her accent. The bag was just a normal duffel bag from the
All the
warehouse.
bags in there are the same, so I can't imagine what would make that one special.
Well, if I remember right, there was a decent variety of tracksuits to choose from. Do you think there might be some connection between the culprit and Chihiro's jacket?
Perhaps. Let's explore that and talk a bit more about the jacket you took.
The jacket? Interesting. I'm guessing it's not one of these.
First of all, we know where Chihiro was headed. He was on his way to go exercise. So next we have to ask, why did he choose the specific tracksuit that he did?
What do you mean, the specific tracksuit?
I got it! He picked that tracksuit because it matched the one the culprit was wearing.
It matched the one?
So, what you're saying is, the killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit as him?
I don't think
My
that's it.
tracksuit is black.
I don't even have a tracksuit. Because exercising sucks.
I have a white tracksuit personally. I got it from the warehouse, if you must know.
Did any of that really help us get any closer to figuring out who the culprit is?
No way.
Okay, so it's not
Not a
this.
chance.
It's gotta be one of those things.
You heard him, right? What he just said without even realizing it? First of all, we know where Chihiro was headed. He was on his way to go exercise. So next we have to ask,
So it's
why
either
did he choose the specific tracksuit that he did?
the black or the
What do
blue
you
one?
mean, the specific tracksuit?
I got it! He picked
Oh my
that
god, I
tracksuit
figured it
because
out. Okay, so
it matched
how would
the
he
one
know
the
what the
culprit was
tracksuit
wearing.
was if only Celeste was the one who saw?
So, what you're saying is, the killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit as
Here
him?
it is. Oh shit. Damn it.
Shoot.
Wow, it was him the whole time?
First of all, we know where Chihiro was headed.
See,
He was on his way to go exercise.
that's
So
messed
next
up
we have
because
to
he made a
ask,
promise to him.
why did he choose the specific tracksuit that he did?
What do you mean, the specific tracksuit?
I got it! He picked that tracksuit because it matched the one the culprit was wearing.
Damn.
So,
That's crazy.
what
I kinda
you're
like mine,
saying
though.
is, the killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit as him? My tracksuit is black.
Okay.
Shoot.
First of all, we know where Chihiro was headed. He was on his way to go. So next we have, why did he choose the specific?
What do you mean, the specific
I got it! He picked that tracksuit because it matched the one the culprit was wearing.
So, what you're saying is, the killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit as him?
I don't think it's maybe
My
it's the other one.
tracksuit is black.
I don't even have a tracksuit. Because exercising sucks.
I have a white tracksuit. I got it from the
Did any of that really help us get any closer?
No way. Not a chance.
Wow, it's
heard
you.
him, right?
This is so messed up.
First of all, we know where Chihiro
Celeste
was
is second best girl, I will
He
say
was
this.
on his way to go exercise. So next we have to ask,
I love the gaff look.
why did he choose the specific tracksuit that he did?
What do you mean, the specific tracksuit?
I got it! He picked that tracksuit. It matched the one that cost.
So, what you're saying is...
So he knew the tracksuit that she was wearing, what he was wearing. What the heck?
Shoot!
First of all, we know where Chihiro was heading. He was on his way to go exercise. So next we have to ask, why did he choose the specific tracksuit that he did?
What do you mean, the specific?
I got it! He picked that. It matched the one the culprit was.
So, what you're saying is the killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit as him? My tracksuit is black.
I don't even have a tracksuit. Because exercising sucks.
I have a white tracksuit personally. I got it from the warehouse, if you must know.
Did any of that really help us get any closer?
No way. Not a chance.
You heard him, right? What he just said without even realizing. First of
Can
all,
I-
we know that
can I
he
shoot
was on
blue
his way
tracksuit
to
with
go-
this?
So next week, why did he choose this?
What do you mean, the specific?
I got it! He picked. It matched the one the culprit was wearing.
So, what the killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit as him?
If you want to help me out, Celestia, a little bit, I wouldn't mind, but
Shoot!
there must be a contradiction in there somewhere.
First of all, we know where Chihiro was heading. He was on
Did
his
I
way to go
do that
exercise.
one?
So next we have to, why did he choose the specific?
What do you mean, the specific tracksuit?
I got it! He picked that tracksuit because it matched the one the culprit was wearing.
So, what you're saying is the killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit
Okay, it's
as
definitely
him?
absorbing this.
My tracksuit is black.
I don't even have a tracksuit. Because exercising sucks.
I have a white tracksuit personally. I got it from the warehouse, if you must know.
Did any of that really help us get any closer to figuring out?
No way. Not a chance.
You heard him, right?
So what do I shoot? Exercise?
First of all, we know where Chihiro was heading. He was on his way to go exercise.
What the heck?
Shoot!
First of all, we know where. He was on his way to go exercise. So next we have to ask, why did he choose the specific tracksuit that he did?
What do you mean, the specific tracksuit?
I got it! He picked that tracksuit.
Is... I refuse to give up yet.
Alright. I gotta write this down. None of these. Wait. What does Celeste count?
First of all, we know where Chihiro was heading. He was on his way to go exercise. So next we have to ask,
What does Celeste count? No, it seems that she was stuck in blue exercise. Okay, so I just have to. It's that then.
why did he
so-
choose the specific tracksuit that he did?
What do you mean, the specific tracksuit? I got it! He picked that tracksuit because
Oops.
it matched the one the culprit was wearing.
So, what you're saying is, the killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit as him.
There we go.
No.
I was overthinking that one. I triple mind game myself.
Hold on a second.
Hold
Mondo.
on a second.
What did you just say?
Ah, Celeste, you helped me anyway.
Huh? What'd I say?
When Celeste testified a few minutes ago,
I saw him stuffing a truck jacket into his duffel bag, and then I assumed he headed off to exercise.
she never said anything about the jacket's color. So
Got
why
him.
did you say Chihiro's blue tracksuit?
What are you? You just.
Hey, Celeste, what color was Chihiro's tracksuit?
As a matter of fact, it was blue.
Ah,
And before we began the trial, did you tell anyone that?
The only one I told about any of this was you.
Then, Mondo, how did you know what color Chihiro's tracksuit was?
Because I just. I'm sure he saw the clothes at some point in the investigation.
see, he's got that brotherly bond with him, so he's trying to defend him a little bit, but too late.
No, that can't be it. The bag and clothes were surely disposed of by the time we began our investigation.
Then the only reason he could have known what color the tracksuit was is if he saw Cherry with it before he died.
See, they gave no indication that would be him at all. I was guessing the whole time.
Are you talking about Chihiro? So, how about it? Did you see the tracksuit or didn't you?
Just by chance. I just happened to see it last night.
Oh.
He walked past me, and he was carrying the tracksuit in his hands.
No, that can't be it either. According to Celeste's testimony, when Celeste noticed it, Chihiro made a point of making sure the jacket was completely in the bag.
Ooh, got him.
If you just ran into him briefly, you couldn't possibly have seen what color the tracksuit was.
It would appear you've dug your own grave.
Tell him through years.
But you handed him the shovel, didn't you? That's why you said what you did.
I could have sworn it was Byakuya.
Focus on the tracksuit and it'll be obvious who he met
But
with?
why'd he do that?
What a bunch of nonsense.
Ah, now I understand. It was all one big bluff, wasn't it? Your true intention was to draw a slip of the tongue from the culprit.
I do like Celeste a lot, but I can definitely tell that she is a crazy one.
That's why you said you knew who did it. To put them on edge.
That's right. However, Mondo was my target all along. I had my suspicions about him from the very beginning.
Why was that?
Why? What made you so suspicious?
That's a good question.
The way he talked? The way he was acting? I think he talked.
There was a certain turning point that ticked me off.
Wait, was it his account?
Maybe you didn't notice it, Mondo, but you tend to refer to men and women differently.
Oh, I didn't. Oh my goodness. I didn't notice that at
You
all.
only call guys dude.
Oh my
For
god,
girls,
he did say
it's
that. He
chick.
did say dude, and I thought that was weird. I was like, why did he say that? So he knew it was. Oh my
And
god.
after he was killed, you happened to refer to him as dude. Once I picked up on that, it occurred to me that Mondo knew something we didn't.
You noticed such a tiny detail?
Are you a witch? She's a witch! You're positively frightful.
No, I'm not the frightful one.
She's definitely like the ultimate
Not
detective or
nearly
something.
as frightful as someone capable of murdering a friend.
But why?
Mondo, was it really you? Did you really kill Chihiro?
I didn't kill anyone. You've been all over me, judging everything I say, putting words in my mouth. What gives you the right to treat me like a goddamn criminal?
Yeah, he would never do something like that. This is a false accusation.
He's just defending him because they spent the time in the song together.
It's true. My
Which is a
reasoning
funny
on
thing.
that is pretty shaky.
Huh.
That was fast.
Well, this does present us with a problem. It seems we are all out of leads.
My time has nearly come.
Change this real quick. Again, Celestia Ludenberg, thank you for the follow. Really appreciate it.
That's what my little ghost friend is telling me.
Oh yeah, that reminds me. Hifumi, weren't you telling me you found some evidence?
Really? What kind of evidence?
Oh yeah, he did say that. I was waiting for this.
Actually, now that I'm thinking about it here calmly, it might not be all that relevant.
You know what? I'm sure it actually is.
Jeez, does your confidence just get up and walk away?
I thought I was
Fine,
him for a
man.
second just because I don't like him very much, but
If you really insist, then, here it is.
he found the key
What do you
card.
have? It happens to
Or the
be
e-handbook.
e-handbook. I found it laying on the ground, so I scooped it up.
It's Chihiro's.
I got it! We
Brain
know
blast.
Chihiro's handbook was missing from the scene of the crime, right?
For a fact.
That was important.
For a fact indeed. I was totally sure I'd found
Then
it.
it must hold some clue about the culprit, right?
Well, that's what I was hoping. But it's busted. It won't even turn on.
I imagine the culprit broke it to get rid of any evidence after the murder.
But there's only one. He said there's only one way to destroy a handbook.
That's odd. I didn't think the handbooks were quite so fragile.
You're right. They're not. They're totally waterproof and shock resistant. It would take an awful lot to break one.
And yet, this one does appear to be broken, as is Leon's, sitting useless in the main hall. For all your confidence, that is a remarkably high failure rate.
Do you think there might be some kind of mystery in there somewhere? How precisely did the handbooks get broken?
I think he said something about weak point.
I got it!
So
You already told us before that the handbook has one weak point, didn't you?
Ah! You remember that?
yeah.
Sure, maybe I let that slip, but I never told anyone what the weak point actually was. But if the handbook is supposed to never break, and two of them broke in quick succession, then
we can only assume that someone's figured out its weakness.
But why would they break
You know
Leon's
what
then?
the weakness is, right, Monokuma? So, what is it?
you're asking me?
I I think it's a necessary piece of information if you want this to be a fair trial.
But if I tell you and someone else decides to copy it, that would be very not good.
Just tell us already. Why would we want to break our own handbooks?
Oh well, I have a weakness for pushy demands. But you're sure you won't follow their example? Then allow me to make a special announcement. The weak point of my cutting-edge e-handbook is... when it's exposed to high temperatures for too long, it will suffer a meltdown and totally break.
High temperatures for too long? But... was Mondo trying to kill Taka from the beginning? He was in the sauna with him. But he would have had Leon's handbook then?
I flippin' knew it!
You knew it?
Yeah, because I found the handbook laying on the floor of the sauna.
Oh my god, I'm
The
so confused.
temperature in the sauna can reach over 200 degrees. Strange how you don't get burnt, huh? It's because as your sweat evaporates, it creates a cooling layer of air around your skin. If the hot air of the sauna were somehow pushed directly onto your skin, you'd definitely get fried. That layer of air would get blown away. That's why you may feel a burning when you move around. So when you're in a sauna, make sure to keep nice and still.
Interesting. I learned one new fact today.
That is a mere trifling speck of knowledge.
Huh.
Anyway, if you found the victim's handbook in the sauna, then the killer must have been purposely trying to raise its temperature in order to break it.
But how would they...
Meaning the culprit somehow knew its weakness.
But how'd they find out? Monokuma said he didn't tell anyone, right?
Indeed. Quite the mystery.
What if they found out by accident?
What do you mean by accident?
What
why
if
would he
the
have
killer
Leon's
took
handbook?
their own handbook into the sauna, not knowing its weakness, and it broke? They'd realize it was broken, of course, and it wouldn't be hard to figure out why. And once they had Chihiro's handbook, they knew they had an easy way to dispose of it.
I won't say it's not possible, but who would have done something like that? I don't know of anyone who took their handbook into the sauna.
I might know someone who did.
Whoa, seriously?
I think the one who may have taken their handbook into the sauna was...
Huh?
oh my goodness! It was him. Because he didn't take off his clothes. But Taka did. So he's the only one who would have had it. Oh my god, yes.
Here's my answer. Mondo, your handbook got broken in the sauna, didn't it?
What? Why? Why do you keep accusing him?
Mondo and Taka had an endurance contest in the sauna not too long ago, remember? And for the contest, Mondo just so happened to keep his school uniform on. But little did he realize, he'd also left his handbook in one of his uniform
Got him.
pockets.
Red-handed.
And
I
when it
didn't
was
even
all
think
over,
about that.
Mondo discovered that taking your handbook into the sauna could easily destroy it.
No, wait, hold on. You've got it all wrong. He would never kill. I don't accept this. Show me the proof. The actual solid proof.
I mean, I don't want to believe it either, but I found something that does prove it behind the shadow of a doubt. Beyond the shadow of a doubt. Open your handbook. Just like that kid. Share the handbook. Sorry, reader.
Let's test Makoto's assertion. If what he says is correct, then Mondo, you broke your own handbook.
In other words, if Mondo's handbook is actually broken, then that proves that what Makoto said is right.
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine.
See? Look! Makoto was wrong after all. Mondo wouldn't hurt a fly.
So it wasn't that.
Let's test Makoto's assertion. If what he says is correct, then Mondo, you broke your own handbook.
In other words, if Mondo's handbook is actually broken, then that proves that what Makoto said is right.
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine.
No, it's wrong.
That's wrong!
Mondo, the handbook you have right now, is it really yours?
So it wasn't Leon's handbook. There we go. That's perfect right there.
What the fuck is that supposed to mean?
He took Leon's.
The broken handbook that was in the main hall, isn't that one actually yours?
What the heck are you talking about?
What I mean is, I think Mondo swapped his handbook out for one that actually works. I think he took Leon's handbook and replaced it with his own. After all, Monokuma said himself that Leon's handbook never should have broken.
That's right. The punishment it suffered wasn't nearly enough to destroy it.
So then, the broken handbook in the main hall is actually Mondo's, which would mean that
Wow.
the handbook Mondo has right now is actually Leon's. Yes?
But doesn't that violate the school regulation that says loaning out your handbook is prohibited?
Well, here's how I look at it. There is a rule about loaning your handbook to another student. But if they're dead, they're not a student. It's kind of a gray area, I admit. But no worries. If anything, it just makes things more interesting. As such, I decree that exchanging handbooks with a corpse is not a violation of the rules.
Oh my goodness.
Well, Mondo,
I guess I should have put that
If I'm
together.
wrong about this, you're welcome to
That
say so.
that was definitely, this is a
I'm happy
good
to
trial
admit
for
I
sure.
made a mistake.
Son of a bitch. What's wrong, bro? Come on. Tell him he's wrong. You are wrong. You have to be wrong.
Sorry.
Everything you just said is wrong. You made it all up.
Okay, then why don't we look back on this case one more time, from the beginning? That way, everything will become clear. And we'll all see if I was right or wrong.
Bum, 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 bum. Got me. Shit. Oh. So this one. Yeah, 'cause he's rolling with the part that took her. Then the girls like me. Used her, took her, and put up the poster. Wait, no. Yes. Yaka found her, had the extension cord, roped her up, put the bloodlust. F5. Into here. Oh, that's the e-handbook.
Here's exactly what happened.
I don't know if I got it, but
First, let's take a look back to last night. Celeste saw Chihiro in the warehouse, correct? At the time, she was apparently stuffing something into a duffel bag. That something was a blue tracksuit. You can confirm this, right, Celeste? With bag in hand, Chihiro headed out, even though it was officially nighttime. She made her way to the locker room, specifically the boys' locker room. But how could the victim, who was apparently a girl, access the boys' locker room?
How? No! They did not give me enough time for that.
I refuse to give up yet.
I refuse! Okay, so this. 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 Just working out. Blood splattered poster. Threw it down. Wrapped it up. Took this off. The target right there. Girls' locker room door. Went in. It's not that. It's not that. Put up the poster. Laid body down. They're fine. Then he came in. Extension cord. Drew the bloodlust. Went in here, took that. He already threw it. Is that? What is that? Oh, that's the handbook. Okay, so it broke, basically. Ding, 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 ding. Okay.
The killer is you!
The killer is you!
Last night, Celeste saw Chihiro in the warehouse, correct? At the time, she was apparently stuffing something into a duffel bag. That something was a blue tracksuit. You can confirm this, right, Celeste? With bag in hand, Chihiro headed out, even though it was officially nighttime. She made her way to the locker room, specifically the boys' locker room. But how could the victim, who was apparently a girl, access the boys' locker room? Simple, because she was really a he, which is why he was able to use his own handbook to gain entrance to the boys' locker room. Once inside, he met with someone there, and the person he met was the one who killed him. It seems likely that the killer grabbed the nearby dumbbell, approached the unsuspecting Chihiro, and attacked him. And that's where the bloodstains on the poster and carpeting in the boys' locker room came from.
So he knew it was a girl, I mean
It
a
was
boy.
likely in the heat of the moment. The body was arranged, but the murder itself felt unplanned. Which is why the killer hurried to try and hide the act. First, pulling up the bloodstained carpet.
We are a genius.
Then, removing the bloody
Ultimate
poster.
simp strikes again.
And finally carrying the corpse into the girls' locker room. A girl's handbook was necessary to get into the locker room, of course. But this alone doesn't prove that the killer was necessarily a girl. After all, Sayaka and Junko's handbooks had been placed in the main hall. Using one of those, a boy could get into the girls' locker room without much problem. And that's exactly how the killer did. With the carpet and the poster they brought with them, they got to work. They changed the layout of the boys' and girls' locker room in what you might call a crime scene switch.
Crime scene switch.
That could have been the end of things, but no. Byakuya discovered the body and decided to intervene in the situation, making things even more complicated.
Because it's all a game to him. That's probably why.
So, after stumbling on the crime scene, he went and grabbed the extension cord from the library, and then he got to work. He used the cord to string up Chihiro's lifeless body.
What a freaking
Then,
villain.
using the victim's own blood, he left a grisly message there at the scene of the crime. He wanted to create the illusion that Genocide Jack was responsible for the slaughter. And around the same time that Byakuya was putting together this facade, the killer, having already disposed of Chihiro's bag and other belongings, arrived at the sauna. There, they planned to destroy the last piece of evidence, Chihiro's handbook.
What an idiot.
And just as the killer expected, the steamy sauna was enough to ruin the electronic gadget. Somehow, the killer knew that the handbook couldn't stand up to the heat of the sauna. And the reason they knew that is because the sauna had already wrecked their own handbook. And that's how it all played out.
The killer was you!
Isn't that right, Mondo Owada?
Yeah, get him out of here.
Wait. No. This can't be right.
It is.
Yeah. Where's your evidence? You need evidence. You need proof.
Check his handbook, it's neons.
Without any proof, you can't pin any of this on him.
Why am I facing him?
Show me some evidence. You're wrong. I won't listen. I refute you. False. Show me some evidence. I won't listen. False. I refuse to vote. Show me some evidence. You're wrong. I won't listen. I refute you. False. Show me some evidence. I won't listen. False. You're corrupt. Show me some evidence.
This should prove it.
Break! And this is the final.
So far as Mondo must have replaced his broken handbook with Leon's. In which case, we can just check each of our handbooks right now. Once we do that,
We don't gotta do that.
Huh?
Yeah. Yeah, I did it. I killed him.
And finally, the truth comes out. Give me an A! Give me them Coomer coins. Bro.
Bro, what are you saying? I got no choice, man. After hearing all that, I gotta just give up. Go ahead, Monokuma. Get it over with. Ask for the goddamn verdict.
Roger that.
Roger that.
Hold on!
No waiting. No time for the moment we've all been waiting for. Grab your lever and give it a yank. Who will you elect as the black? Will you make the right? What's it gonna be?
We know it's him. He already admitted it. Let's not make it more than it has to be. Dang, this trial took a long ass time. Almost, I think, an hour and a half or something. Maybe 2.
What?
Oh no. This time it looks like you got it right again. The blackened that killed Chihiro Fugasaki was Mondo Owada. In case you were wondering, the vote was not unanimous. Kadaka chose the wrong answer. You're treading very close to the danger zone, Mr. Ishimaru. You need to be more careful. I refuse to believe it. There's no way you could have killed someone. Sorry.
What is this?
Why are you apologizing? Why? Why did you do it?
Now then. Actually,
It's a sad story of 2 men. Anyway, there was once a young boy, and his name was Chihiro Fugasaki. He had an extremely inferior complex regarding his own lack of strength. You're so weak, even though you're a boy. He heard things like this as long as he could remember, and he couldn't overcome his weakness. On the contrary, he tried to hide and bury himself further and further into that weakness, to take on the fragile form of a petite young girl. He had chosen that as his way out. Nobody would be able to say anything even though you're a boy, but no matter how tightly he wrapped himself in that shell, the inferiority complex had taken deep root inside of him, and that was not so easily weeded out. As it turned out, the shell was completely empty. The complex didn't disappear. Instead, it only grew stronger and stronger. I'm weak.
Weak.
Once the killing game had begun here at the school, he had no choice but to accept this fact. After all, this world is survival of the fittest. If you're not strong enough, you don't survive. And then, the lovely and hateful Monokuma announced the revealing of the embarrassing secrets, which, of course, included Chihiro's embarrassing secret, which I was more than willing to divulge. Even though he dresses like a girl, Chihiro is actually a boy.
hey,
And that was something Chihiro couldn't let anybody find out, no matter the cost. If it was revealed, it would be the end. The hardened shell would crack, the armor would fall away. Without a doubt, those around him would torture him more than ever before. Everyone figured being thrust in such a dilemma must have sent him to spiraling into despair. And yet,
I'm sorry. But...
maybe we can talk about it later. After I try my best to become strong, then I can tell everyone. Annoyingly, he used the threat of discovery to motivate himself to become stronger.
That's right.
Now's my
I
chance.
want to change.
I'm going to get stronger and accept who I am. Strong enough that anyone would say, even though you're a boy, it'll be okay, it'll get better. But that, though, at the front of his mind, he resolved to take immediate action. And so, that day he came to the commitment to begin exercising. He was prepared to retrain his body and mind, but sadly, that would be the first and only chance he would get at it.
hey,
When he decided to start exercising, he thought it'd be good to ask for somebody's help, but he wanted to tell that person his secret first, and then ask them to help him from there. And that person he went to,
that's right.
it was me. Yes, sure it was. The biker gang fellow that had painfully clear how important his manly promises were, so Chihiro probably figured that he could confide in Mondo. His honor would make him keep the secret. Plus, Mr. Macho Mondo was a very symbol of a strong man Chihiro had always aspired to be. Maybe talking to Mondo about it would give me some courage, so he went and asked Mondo to help him to become strong. That was his aspiration, and he thought that only with Mondo's support would he ever be able to come close to that. So then, that must be why Mondo did what he did, to keep the promises he made to Chihiro, huh? did what he did? You mean that's why Mondo carried Chihiro from the boys' locker room to the girls' locker room?
Indeed.
Yes, that's exactly what I meant. Wasn't that the cover of what he'd done?
Certainly.
That could have been part of it, but I don't think it was the main reason. The real purpose was to keep a promise between men he made Chihiro. But then moving his body, keep his secret? Because if everyone knew he'd killed in the boys' locker room, then everyone would have been arguing about how she got into the boys' locker room, right? Once that started up, at least a few of us would have immediately begun to suspect his identity, so he tried to protect Chihiro's secret by putting him in the girls' locker room and stealing his handbook, see? Then Mondo did it all to keep the promise he made to Chihiro, who he had killed. Why would he do that? The more I hear you talk, the more I don't understand. I mean, you guys trusted each other, right? So why did you? Because no matter what, I didn't want anybody to know.
I knew it.
So that's what triggered it after all. The possibility of having your embarrassing memories and secrets exposed?
What is this?
It's impossible. Nothing can have been that bad. Something he didn't want anybody to know, even if it meant
You're
killing
wrong.
someone. It's impossible.
Don't make me repeat
How many
myself.
times must I repeat myself? To judge others by your own standard is the height of folly. Even if you can't comprehend it, he obviously can't. That's all there is to it. Well, while we're on the subject, what am I tell you? The embarrassing memory, the secret he didn't want anybody to know? You know what Mondo did? He killed his own brother. Oh my god. Mondo's older brother's name, Dewaya. Mondo had nothing but respect for him. It was because of Dewaya that Mondo ever got on a motorcycle. Mondo's brother was his only family growing up. He was only one Mondo could trust or respect. He wanted to measure up to his big brother, so he imitated everything he did. Mondo was the epitome of a starry-eyed kid brother. Meanwhile, the charismatic older brother had put together a local motorcycle gang, and before he knew it, he had grown to the biggest biker gang in the country. Dewaya, the older brother, number one in the gang, was number two, his younger brother Mondo. In the beginning, everything was peaches and gravy, but then Mondo started to think about how he would take over the game from his brother someday. His brother's greatness, his reputation began to gnaw on Mondo's very soul. The kid's gonna take over for Dewaya one day. Someone Dewaya created this gang with his bare hands. Mondo's just along for the ride. Could someone like that really be our leader? All they'll do is make the gang look bad. Almost every day, Mondo heard the gossip and whispers from the other gang members, which is why gotta get stronger. Stronger than Dewaya. Once. Just one time. No matter what, I gotta win. I don't care what it takes. I gotta come out on top. And on the night with the name of his brother's retirement ceremony, Mondo challenged her to a street race. During the race, tragedy struck. The kid brother pushed ahead with reckless abandon, deepest victory, death, and oncoming traffic, and suddenly, and hanging his kid brother's arms, the older brother delivered his final words. "My bad, kid. I fucked up. Sorry." Of course, he knew it was his brother's fault, but Dewaya never blamed him for what happened. "Hey, kid, the rest is up to you. No matter what, you gotta keep the gang together. Because it's a team. You and me put together." Oh my god, this is so sad. It's a promise between men. Oh my gosh. I'm about to cry. In order to keep the gang together and keep his promise to his brother, he could never admit to anyone that it was his own weakness that had caused the accident. And as a result, the team was made even stronger under the banner of the kid who bested his big brother. Dewaya was gonna lose to his kid brother, so he got stupid and got himself killed. That became an explanation for what happened. Mondo's lie became the truth. He wanted to lead the team so bad, he was willing to tell all kinds of lies about his brother. I'm strong. Strong. And yet, as soon as our killing game began, he realized no matter how tough he pretended to be, he was just another weakling that could die in an instant. And then the lovely and hateful Monokuma announced the revealing of the embarrassing secrets. At that point, it was clear I would have no problem setting light on his secret. Mondo killed his own little brother. No matter what, I couldn't let the other gang members find out. If that happened, everything would have been ruined. Everything me and my brother had worked so hard to create would have been destroyed. His death, all the guilt I'd be carrying around, it would have been for nothing. So that's why I... Mondo. After I saw what Monokuma had on me, my head filled up with crazy, fuzzy uneasiness, and just started swirling around. I'd never seen anything like that before. I didn't know what to do about it. I was sure what to think or say, but after a while, that fuzzy uneasiness turned into a hard lump of anxiety way down my stomach. And it was right about that. But Chiro asked me to start working out with him. And right there, he told me a secret. Seriously, Jesus,
I'm
yeah.
sorry.
I lied to you. But why? Why now are you telling me this all of a sudden? Huh? Because I mean, you kept a secret all this time, right? If anybody found out, you would. You're right, but
I want to change.
I want to change. I wrapped myself in lies. I'm weak. I want to destroy that version of myself forever. His words were like a knife in my gut. I felt like he was exposing the lie I've been living myself. I had to change. I don't want to be weak anymore. You're so strong. It can't hurt you, right? Whatever secret Monokuma might tell us?
You piece of...
So what? You're saying I should just say it?
What?
You're just saying I really
What?
am. I should just be able to tell everyone my secret? Huh? I was jealous. I was jealous of Chihiro's strength. He had the strength to face his own weakness and try to overcome it. It was a kind of strength I've never had. So I was jealous of him. And that jealousy broke me.
What?
Are you making fun of me? I'm strong. Are you fucking with me right now?
No!
I'm not making fun of you. You really are strong, Mondo. I feel like I could hear something starting to creak. Something inside my head. What did he want me to do? What was I supposed to do? Was I supposed to sit back and let my secret get revealed and everything get ruined?
What's wrong?
What's wrong?
Damn
Thank you
you!
for telling me all that. Are you trying to rub my failure in my face?
I just
No, I
wanted
just really admire you. I admire your strength.
Yeah, that's right.
That's right, I am strong. Strong, I am strong. Strong, 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 strong.
You son of a bitch!
I don't remember anything after that. When I woke up again, he was laying at my feet, covered in blood. I had a dumbbell in my hand. I was just staring at him down on the ground.
I killed him.
I
Even
killed
after all
After
this
all that,
time.
I'm still just a weak
And thanks to
always
that,
been. And thanks to that, I
I
did
did
something I could
something-
never take back. He was normally so aggressive, so angry. He hid that weak side away from everybody. That was his secret. A weakness that lived in his heart like it turned him cold-blooded. God damn it. Look at him. You're all just like him. From a secret to trust from a memory. For that, he killed a living human in cold blood. He couldn't cut free from his regrets in his outside world. He doesn't know what true strength is. You see hope anywhere in there? Because I sure don't. You bastard! Shut up, you son of a bitch. Go ahead, say that again. I dare you.
Yep.
Okay, I'll say it as many times as I want. That's what you want to say, but unfortunately I can't do that right now because the time is punishing is fast approaching.
You kid me?
Execution?
Well
That's what I promised you, the Black Knight deserves peace.
Ridiculous.
Hold on.
Now then,
Yeah,
I
then I
prepared
prepared a
a
very special
very
penance.
special...
No, wait.
Let's
Let's
get
give it
it
everything we got.
Sorry.
Sorry,
couldn't
man.
keep
I
the
couldn't keep the promise from me. From one man to another. And here we go. Execution time. Time for the punishment. The cage of death. Oh my goodness, this is horrible. Completely horrific. Is he dead? Gone? Oh my god. Jesus. At that depth in your soul will forever be at peace. It can't be. My brother. Another murder and another execution. I want to feel again. Everyone's lives are taken so lightly here. I feel like I might be going mad. Maybe I'll just let it happen. Damn. As Taka said, screams evade our skulls. We were forced to realize once again, but of course he had to. What a disappointment. This is the end of the game? Rocket? You're completely insane, you know, a game? One of our friends is dead. Do you realize that?
Naturally.
Of course I do. Because this game is life or death.
Hey,
I don't have anything to say to you. I don't have a response except that. I just don't understand why. Why would you go out of your way to disguise Mondo's crimes? Why? Isn't it obvious? Because it made things more interesting. His voice was calm, emotionless, like the voice of death. It chilled me to the bone. Last night, when the murder took place, I was in the library as usual.
Honestly,
So you ignore the nighttime rule too. That rule never mattered to me. I don't recall agreeing
there is
to it.
nothing to be
Well,
done.
I don't particularly care. Please continue. The night grew late, and I decided to return to my room, which is when I stumbled upon him. I spotted Mono coming out of the girls' locker. After he'd gone, I looked inside and saw the corpse. What, you mean you actually witnessed the murder? He was such a fool. He didn't have the slightest idea that I'd seen him.
Well,
So you're saying you knew from the culprit was from the very beginning? Indeed. But if that had been the end, how boring would that have been? I mean, what a waste of time. To have the answer revealed right at the beginning, which is why I decided to lend a little helping hand. I thought I would liven things up. You did that all to liven things up? So after hearing about Genocide Jack and Kelly, you decided to use that to create the fake murder scene? But goddamn, man, if we hadn't figured out who really done it, you would have been dead too, right? Well, obviously, I would have revealed the truth before it reached that point, of course. Jack got told, turned and looked at me in the eye. I could feel his sharp eyes piercing into me. Thanks to a certain remarkable someone, it never did, and I was able to perform an interesting experiment.
Interesting.
Once I do decide to become a Bracken, I now know who I have to watch out for. What?
correct.
So that was your reason. Are you satisfied?
Indeed.
Yes, we're done listening to your story. Moving on.
Hey.
There's something I'd like to ask. Monokuma.
What's this?
I'm up next. I'd like to perform these elaborate executions each time. Correct? My question is why? Do you like them? But to know, this punishment, this despair is not just for you. All this punishment is despair is a gift to mankind itself. You're over-exaggerating. I'm not over-exaggerating. These punishments are meant to transform all hope to despair. What do you mean? Mean?
What the heck?
Mean. Good grief, I don't understand why you have to pick apart every little stupid thing. Whatever, it doesn't matter. In the end, I'm going to stand and lose a victor, and then everything will be revealed to me. The noble son of the noble family, truly you understand me. I think this is the start of a terrifying friendship. Shut up, I've never stooped to love a child criminal like you. Let me say this, after I've achieved complete victory, you're up next. I'm going to find you and kill you, understand? In the name of the Graham family, for which victory is foregone conclusion.
You're getting all riled up.
Oh, so cool. It's like the main character of a video game or something. No mob trash for you. I swear, whatever it takes, I'll kill you. Temper, sounds like someone into that. I knew it wasn't the end. The killing game would still continue, because the mastermind wouldn't let it in. For those of us who were still alive, our worst fear and despair kept on multiplying. It was kind of scary. You felt like a blind puppy in hell had more of a future than us. All the courage, our effort, our friendship, it felt like an unmounted for nothing at all. It was the worst kind of despair. Well, I will say, that's probably the best one.
Well, anyway, like I was saying, this is a
And
pretty
it's only the
good
second one,
spot.
so I can only imagine what
Yeah,
else is going to happen.
Anyway, isn't it amazing how that girl went and killed someone before things even had a chance to get boring? Once things really get moving, it'll be like a roller coaster. There won't be any stopping it.
Wait, what?
Fear and despair charge forward at a speed nothing can hope to match. But I must admit, I'm disappointed. I went to all the pain and effort of making you part of the group, and you couldn't play your part. You do remember you were supposed to make the first move, right? Well, no biggie. Nothing we can do about it now. So just do your best to make things more exciting from now on, okay? After all, that's what everyone wants to see. As long as you don't want to know my measurements, fire away. Oh, my. You really took me by surprise there.
What?
I know I said you could ask anything, but super denied, ultra denied, demonic denied. Because you see, that's my ace in the hole. And nobody'd be dumb enough to reveal that, right? No matter how close they were to their friend.
So ah, crazy diamond comes out. Well, that's where we're gonna end it. That was a crazy, crazy ass episode.
I know I shouldn't cry,
Whoa.
but I've had enough. I can't take it anymore. Getting out of here anytime soon. It's impossible. I
Well,
can't let
shoot.
myself
Maybe we
think
shouldn't
about
end it just yet.
how much I want to get out of here. If I keep thinking like that, I might decide to.
Yum-y. Donuts. Need to eat some donuts. That'll cheer me up.
Okay.
What the heck?
But
Oh my god. Is she dead? What the heck is this?
oh. So then,
How about that? Pop.
Oh my goodness. Wait, so this is just a whole bunch of other mystery. Chapter 3 has got a lot in store for us, I bet.
it's
It's getting pretty late, so I'm gonna have to end this
well.
as soon as we're done talking. We have food, clothes, everything we need.
Is that okay?
I'm thinking she might be the one that Monokuma was talking to.
Huh?
Here we go.
There is nothing to be done.
You know? I'm right, right?
Perhaps. Well then.
You called for me, and so I appeared. What? Yes! Aha! You SOB!
Alright. We save it. Because I don't want to go through all that again. And next time, we will discover all the mysteries that Chapter 3 has in store for us. So I'll definitely see you guys later. Thanks for watching. Take it easy.